We have Janken Keyakizaka's new lineup for the 5th single, and we have international Twitter going crazy. This is the AKB48 group news of the week, and I'm Mr. Josh Box, and I will tell you about the news of this week. If this is your first time watching this series, I go in order of 48, graduated, 46, and the community section. You can always see what section you're on the top right of the screen. So before I start off the video, I do want to apologize and say that this photobook critique will come out eventually. I'm shooting for this week, probably by Thursday. If it's not Thursday, then it'll probably be until the next week. But I'm shooting for Thursday for sure. But other than that, let's get right onto it with the 48 and Janken. Now during Janken, we got new winners for this time, and this time it wasn't individuals as it's been previously. This time it's units and sometimes it's solo members. But this time, for the winner of Janken, we got Fairy Winks, which are made up of 2 HKT48 members, which means this is the first time HKT actually wins at Janken, so that's great for them. And we finally get to see a different kind of Janken single, including the people who were semi-finalists in the actual competition. And one of the semi-finalists I really wanted to win since they first showed up, and that's Kiss no Tempura. I really wanted them to win, and if you want to know more about why I wanted them to win, you can actually check out the video I did on 48 Talk and see the reasoning behind everything and what we all thought about Janken in general. But I do want to mention real quick, the grandma team was looking really good, especially Yukirin over there. But something that came with the Janken tournament was an announcement at the end, which everyone thought it was going to be a shuffle, but it was actually the announcement of the 3rd draft. Now with Team B not having a captain or a vice captain, people are thinking, is this really the right time for a 3rd draft? Well, AKS seems to think so, and this will actually happen in January, but not by the members voting for the people, it's actually fans who are voting for them. So if you want to try your chance at actually submitting an application, the deadline is October 9th and the info will be down below. And when you talk about the 3rd draft, you think about the 2nd draft and how some of the members haven't been promoted. Well, actually, all of the members have now been promoted. Ooh, that timing, right? They meant to do that. So these members that have been waiting since 2015 all the way until now to be promoted, now they're finally promoted, and I mean, all it took was another draft, it seems like. But maybe not that these members have been promoted, maybe the shuffle could be more solidified or something like that. There must be a reasoning behind this. I think it's just to like, oh yeah, we forgot about them. Just promote them real quick for the 3rd draft to come in. Next up is Yamamoto Saiko, who's actually an ambassador for the Sharp membership program. It's called Sharp iClub, which is something like, I don't know, like a GameStop membership or something like that. You pay for certain benefits sort of thing to it. But it is pretty cool going to the website and checking her out on there. And next up is a new movie that's going to come out in spring 2018. That's still a little bit far away, but it's actually with Fresh Lemon. And this movie actually comes from a stage play that happened last year, like almost exactly a year ago. And I guess they decided to make it a movie now. Now I have no idea about this Hokago Senki movie that's gonna come out based on the stage play, so I mean, Fresh Lemon and stuff, right? I'm gonna include this in the 48 section if something bigger comes up, but since it is like Aki-P's projects, I guess it kind of goes in the 48 section more than the 46 would. And that's with Equal Love having their 2nd single going to come out in December. First single wasn't that bad, it was actually pretty good. So yes, that comes out December 6th, and I don't know how it will sound. Maybe it'll sound a little bit more idly according to Sashi's taste. Which reminds me that last Idol, remember they were gonna make a TV show about it, about anyone could submit even if you're already in an idol group. Well, that has progressed a little bit further, because apparently they're going to debut in December. I don't know if they're gonna debut and then the competition's going to happen, because I mean, that'd be kind of weird showing, oh hey, here's the winners and then here's the TV show about them winning against everyone else. I'd rather it be like them competing and then like finally at the end, bam, we get the winner. Unless they make it like a super long episode. But yes, they will start with the single, Bandwagon, and it's actually under Universal, not Sony or AKS. Next up is something that Twitter is going crazy about, especially the international community and the American community. And that is one idol by the name of Amaki Sally. A lot of you guys have asked me to talk about this, and I had decided to already talk about it thanks to my friend Missing No 15, who actually, I guess he kind of started this whole trend of Sally because he was uploading the showrooms and then somebody else got it a little bit viral, but then if it wasn't for Missing No 15, then this wouldn't have all happened. But if you're thinking to yourself, who is this girl and why is she spamming my Twitter feed? Why are all these international people talking about her? Well, there's a lot of factors, but one of those factors is that she speaks English, and not just your run-of-the-mill Hirari English. It's actually very, very like fandom English. And what I mean by fandom English is that she's very much in the know with all of the current trends on the internet. This is things from memes to dabbing to all these slang words from specifically like California. But it is a little bit different than, again, your ordinary English-speaking AKB girl. And that is because she is actually a fan of Japanese idols and Korean idols. And before she was actually an idol, she was actually part of the fandom and was actually on Twitter like the rest of us, posting about Japanese idols and Korean idols. According to her, she does actually recognize some of the people in the chat from Twitter. So it is interesting. It is like watching one of your friends become famous through being an idol. Again, because there is that connection of you using your English and her understanding right away, instead of you using your bad Japanese and trying to get another idol to pay attention to you. And that is one factor, and another factor is that gap of her being an idol and also using a lot of slang and with a California accent. So it's like two different worlds come together, and since people are always on Twitter talking like that anyways, it's just a perfect mesh and seem to just spark and go everywhere. But that is just some of the factors that make her super popular in an international fandom. And if you want to learn more about her and learn more of those aspects of why she is popular, not only those, but there's much more, you can actually go to Kenneth's YouTube channel where he has uploads of her live stream, and you can actually watch it live and be able to chat again with that connection. But that does it for 48 section. Let's move on to the graduated section, starting off with the single that someone released. And that is Takahashi Minami with her second single called Kodoko wa Kizutsuka Nai. And it actually placed first in the singles chart, but unfortunately it was just barely over 5,000 single sales. And that's kind of rough because the first single, Jane Doe, actually sold 45,000 in the first day. Now that might be because momentum from AKB going on, that might be because of a long gap between songs. There's many factors that could go into this, but honestly that's quite a bit of downfall for single sales. But I mean, not all is bad for Takahashi Minami because she does have promotion with McDonald's and Coca-Cola. So I mean, things must be going at least alright for her in that realm of the world. But again, she did say her goal was to be a solo artist and a big one. So I mean, obviously if she sticks to her guts, she is going to continue towards that goal. Next up, Ota Aika, aka Lovetan, who is actually releasing a DVD. And it's what's here says a solo image DVD. I won't put a picture up, but let's just say that it's one of those DVDs. Not those DVDs, but like those DVDs. Okay, that makes it sound weird. It's basically just like someone just doing common things in like different outfits. And if you're interested in that, even though I'm not interested in that, you can actually buy that for around like $38. It's 3,800 yen in Japan. So yeah, you can go ahead and do that. But last bit of graduated news is actually something I'm super excited for, and that's a brand new photo book. You guys know I love my photo books, but this is a member I'm super excited for. The member who will have the photo book is Shibata Aya, who will actually release, which is weird enough, her first photo book. That comes out October 23rd, and you know I'm going to pre-order this right away. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to this photo book, and this is a must-buy in my opinion. And that's coming from a fan perspective. Like, I really like Shibata Aya, but from a photographer's perspective, I haven't seen enough to be able to know if it's going to be good in that aspect or not. Again, fan's perspective, photographer's perspective, different venues. Like, I could like one as a fan and not like it as a photographer, or vice versa. Which is why I think it's interesting to watch my critiques and see how my opinions display. But that does it for the graduated news. Let's move on to 46. And we're going to start things off right away with the Keyakizaka46 lineup for the 5th single. And that single is called Kaze ni Fukaretemo. And it was announced on Keyakite Kakenai that Hirata Yurina will once again be center. I didn't want this to happen, really. I wanted her to get a break. But I guess she wants to keep runnings with Ikoma Rina on being the center for the first couple singles. And of course, it isn't her actually choosing to be the center, it's management. But with this, Ikoma and Techi have been centers for the 5 singles. So hopefully, management's like, alright, that's enough of Techi, let's move on to someone else and see how they shine out and be like the next Mayan. Because after all, because the 6th single, it was Mayan who centered, and 5th and before was Ikoma, so maybe with Keyakizaka, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Techi, and then 6, someone else who will become popular. But something else with this lineup is that now, everyone has gotten a taste of the front row, which means I definitely think next single things will be changed up. I don't know if it'll be drastically, including Hiragana girls maybe, or everyone will get like tossed up and it'll actually matter where you are, and it might be a smaller senbatsu, you never know. But you can actually go ahead and listen to the single now, and it's actually pretty groovy, I have to say. Like, it's a definite head bopper, and when you listen to it, you're like, I can get into this. But of course, we have to wait for the music video, because with every Keyakizaka song, I feel like it gets amped up with the music video, and it adds a whole different flair to it. Like, you have the radio rip, everyone's like, yeah, I like this. And then you have the music video, and then everyone's like, yo, bum 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 bum. And actually, there was a little incident with the 5th single, and it was actually released a little bit early thanks to the people at Mechakari. It seems like they released one of the commercials with the single actually in it a little bit early. And the reason why people are speculating this is because the song was released, but then immediately it was taken down, and it wasn't even on the website anymore. But people still got it super fast and were able to upload it, and everyone else saw it. So I guess they were like, ah, forget it, we'll just upload it anyway. So I don't know if it was intentional to do that or if it was an accident, but either way, we got the song a little bit early and we got to see parts of the music video early. But another cool thing is I can't wait to see what other songs are here. I know the theme for Remind will be on this one, so that'll be interesting, including what they showed in the teaser trailer for Remind. Now, I do have to warn you, it's down in the link below, but it's super short. Like, I can like tell you what happens in like 10 seconds, but I'd rather you guys watch it for those 10 seconds. But something with this and the Senbatsu lineup actually coincide with each other and bring something up, which is with Nagahama Neru. And that is that she's no longer a Hiragana member. She's a full-fledged kanji member now. They wanted to put her in kanji since the very beginning. It's just that I imagine fans would be mad if she gets immediately added in like Akimoto Manatsu did. But now that she's a full-fledged kanji member, she will no longer be participating in Hiragana events like the tour or other concerts. But something else she will not participate in is actually the drama Remind, which means that someone has to replace her, and that will be one of the new Hiragana members that were in showroom that I talked about a while ago. Because I mean, we haven't seen much from them, so it looks like this could be the spotlight for one of the new Hiragana members and be able to get a lot of attention. That is, of course, if they include it in the first episode or if they just include it like in the last episode. So it seems like definitely interesting things are going to happen there. And again, hopefully that drama is more about acting than it is being all campy and funny. Next up is some new music videos, and that's starting off with Nogizaka's Ma Ika. I don't know the pitch of the voice for that one, but this is a pairing of Akimoto Manatsu and Shiraishi Mai, one of the best combos I've ever seen. But you can go ahead and check that out. It's a super funny one where they try to compete with each other, as it seems like their relationship is kind of, they like to play around and kind of compete with each other, get mad at each other playfully. It's a really cool pairing, and it's actually a pretty funny music video. Next music video is Nogizaka46 once again, and with Wakatsuki Gundan. Now Wakatsuki Gundan is Wakatsuki, Yamashita Mizuki, Kubo Shiori. Ooh, is it Kubo Shiori? Oh, I did look it up. Sweet, it is Kubo Shiori. And then we also have Umezawa Minami, and we have finally... Who do we have finally? It was just them three. It was just... Okay. Whew. I was like, did I miss someone? Yeah, because it was the three gens, and then Wakatsuki. Okay, cool. So we have them being detectives or part of the police squad and trying to stop what looks like to be a bomb or I guess the close-up of it is chopsticks. But plenty of fun moments in that music video. A lot of references to Akatsuki's gags and little things she does, including the robot dance and of course the chopsticks. So you can go ahead and watch Shitsuren Osoji Hito. But something else that Nogizaka is in is the brand new mouse commercial. Now, as we've seen before, we've seen the dance, the mouse persicone mouse. Well, now we have something a little bit different, and I'm going to start off with Saito Asuka, who is continuing the whole working in the mouse company and helping out Yamada. And it's a little bit more interesting. This time she's not your senpai, she's like the same level as you. And if you're interested in Saito Asuka, I recommend watching that. But something else that Nogizaka is in related to mouse is the third gen is actually in a commercial. But it's not actually a commercial, it's more of a video demonstrating what they do in the fixing side of mouse. Because before it was like the support call, but now it's actually getting down and dirty with the computers. I mean, there's even a scene of Yorayuki actually installing RAM onto a laptop. So if you're interested in that 10-minute video of the third gens, it includes plenty of mess ups from them, including forgetting lines, and even like stumbling their words and then like getting angry at themselves. But they include that in, and then like they continue with their lines, and I guess it's either the best shot they had or it was just too funny to not include. So I definitely recommend watching that one for sure. But someone else who was in a commercial is Ito Marika, who is in a commercial for a salon. Now you might be thinking to yourself, a salon? Why a salon? Well, that's because in one of the singles she actually released her solo personal video where she actually did a little song about cutting her hair, the Ito Marikato. And there, I guess the company saw it and they're like, we need that in a commercial for our company. So then they decided to get her to do it. So congratulations to her. And now that she's part of this commercial series for this Japanese hairdressing app thing, I'm not specifically sure what it is. I don't know if it's like a salon and then they made an app, or if it's like, I don't even know what it is. But you can go ahead and watch that commercial down below. And last bit of news is with Keyakizaka46 actually winning an award for the Best Buzz Award. Now, I imagine this is that they got the most buzz meaning like they got the most attention or the most people talking about them for this year. Which, I mean, this being a great year for them, and of course there would be a lot of buzz for them. But they actually won it on MTV, Japan's version of MTV. Like the MTV here didn't actually give them the award because they'd be like, Kya, what? So yes, congratulations to them for being awesome. And that does it for the news this week. You can go ahead and subscribe to keep up to date with the news that happens every single week. You can also keep up to date and see when I actually upload that photobook critique that I showed earlier. And you can go ahead and like the video, go ahead and add it to your playlists or whatever you want to do. But go ahead and share this video with your friends so they know that the news is here in video form on YouTube. So yes, nothing really news-wise in my channel. Again, that photobook critique. And I'm still figuring out if I won the actual Tokyo Dome tickets. I didn't win round 1, so I have to wait for this round to see if I win. If I don't win this round, I think there's one more round, and then after that it's Rakuten. But if I don't win this round, no, if I don't win the next round, then that means I probably won't go anyway, which means I'll probably have to just book a handshake ticket and try my luck in March, February, around there. Which, I mean, it would be cool to go to individual handshake events, but again, it's Tokyo Dome and I would really want to go. Maybe go convince someone at Nogizaka or Sony to get me a ticket and I can make a video about it for them. So yes, that is all for this week. As I say every single week, I want to thank all of you for watching.